Hello everybody. April 10th, 2015. My name is Colin. In April of 2011, I contracted Lyme disease. And in September of 2011, I was unfortunately given the wrong antibiotics. An antibiotic called Cipro, which paralyzed a piece of my colon and gave me a constant spasm inside my pelvic floor, which to this day, 3.5 years later, has never, ever stopped. Constantly vibrating inside my pelvic floor. I can't really put that into context for anybody out there. I don't think anybody knows what I'm talking about. But believe me, think about I don't know, think about a grasshopper leg, cricket leg. It's always moving, you know? That's what I got going on down there in my pelvic floor. Anyways, within the last month I started developing some pain in my hand, and it turned into a constant tingling in my pinky and sometimes my index, and it's pretty much all day now. I guess that's what constant means, right? I also today have been developing it in my left hand, which is kind of scary. The left pinky is starting to tingle. I'm not sure what's going on, but I just made a vow, and that is this. It may be that I have permanent damage done to my body, and it may be that one day I decide to end my life. It's a waste of time thinking about it and ruminating over it and, you know, dwelling on it per se. I mean, if you're going to do it, you should just do it. I mean, don't waste your time. Don't waste anybody else's time constantly talking about it. But that day may come. But I've come up with this vow. There's one thing that's going to be true when I die. I hope to, and I aspire to it, and I'll do everything within my power for this to be the case. The bugs inside of me, spirochete, and the protomyxoa parasite, whatever co-infection, the co-infection that came with my Lyme, I believe those are the only two I have. There may be some other piece in there. Bacteria, parasite, same thing. They'll be dead, okay? They will be dead. They may have done permanent damage to my body. I know the Cipro has done permanent damage to my body, which I probably can never recover from, okay? And maybe this is, the Lyme disease is finally doing permanent damage to my nervous system. That's just finally crept up on me after all these years. Because I've never had this kind of tingling and stinging in my hands, you know. It's been 4 years. I've had Lyme disease for 4 years. But it just feels like I'm being eaten alive. So that will be true. To my best effort, I am going to, in the next 6 months, okay, I'm giving it a 6-month time frame, I'm going to first starve this disease out, okay, through diet, a little bit of exercise, mainly through diet. I'm going to starve it out, and the way I look at it, if I starve Lyme disease, if I starve it out, okay, the only place it can still be hiding that I conceive of, you know, I don't know a whole ton about it, is in the harder to reach areas of my body, such as my bones and my brain, maybe in the brain tissue or something like that. Although I'm pretty sure blood reaches into the brain tissue. I'm not sure. But I'm sure there's possibly some hard to reach areas that Lyme can hide out in. And I don't know how long it can go in cyst form, but I don't know that it can go in cyst form for a year. That's why I've come up with this 6-month time frame to see. I may extend it even longer, but the goal right now is 6 months. Okay. Once I starve it, I am going to find somebody here in Nashville that has Lyme disease and has a Rife machine. In case you don't know what a Rife machine is, we'll Google it. It's basically something, it's a pretty genius thing that this guy came up with. And the drug company said, hey, wait a minute. This thing is cheap and it works. We can't make any money selling our pills, our poison pills. We can't make any money. Let's say it's dangerous. Let's outlaw it. Let's lobby against it. Let's squelch this. Let's squash it. Let's stomp it down. And nobody really knows about it. But it works. It's a machine that generates electromagnetic frequencies which destroy the cells of will destroy bacteria. You know, I don't know how if bacteria is a cell. I don't think a bacteria is a cell, but a virus is a cell, right? Parasite is a cell. I'm not really sure, but anyways, it was discovered a long time ago. And the reason nobody, like I said, the reason nobody has ever heard about, most people haven't heard about it, is because the drug companies made sure nobody's ever heard about it. Because the drug companies control the media. They're the richest companies in the world. Alright? Here in America, the food industry and the drug industry are not on your side. I know you'd like to think so, but it's not true. So, anyways, I will find somebody that has a Rife machine after I've starved it out, maybe after like, 3 or 4 months. And we'll fry my brain, right? Get it out if it's in my brain, and get it out if it's in my bones. Because it has to be able to penetrate into your bones, right? You got to get them out of your bones. If they're hiding out in your bones, that's what you got to do. Right? So somebody with a good Rife machine, high power Rife machine. That's the plan. But step one is to starve them out. And to starve them out, like I said, I'm going to go on this green diet. Today I did not eat really anything. I've got a headache, which sucks, a sinus headache, and I just have to wait it out. So I got this sinus headache, I got the hand that's tingling and stinging. It's good times. I mean, pretty much all I have to document everything I've been through is my YouTube videos. That's my legacy. My nephew, or someday my sister, or somebody, maybe my dad, they'll be able to watch it. Like, hey, that's what I went through. The funny thing is, like, the spasm in my pelvic floor was caused by the Cipro, but it misled me into thinking it was Lyme disease. That's when I went off into Arizona and all this stuff. And although I did have Lyme disease and it was important to take care of. And then when I got here to Tennessee, I started thinking, oh, well, everything is just the Cipro. It's all from the Cipro and the fluoroquinolone damage. But actually, no. You still have to take care of your Lyme disease, man. I mean, that's all you can do. You can't stop a permanent spasm inside your pelvic floor by yourself. I mean, I don't know of any way to do it. So I slacked off for a long time, for years and years, and now it's catching up on me. You cannot slack off with Lyme disease. You're a different person. You just can't eat what everybody else can eat. It's just that simple. Unless you eradicate the disease, like eradicate, it is gone. Out of your bones, out of all your tissue. Which I believe is possible. I believe it's very rare, but I do not believe it's impossible. So unless you eradicate Lyme disease, you are not a normal human. You cannot eat what everybody else can eat because you're just feeding your bacteria, you're feeding the parasites. And things just get worse. And the disease will eat you alive. Literally eat you alive. That's what it's done to me. That's why I'm so bony and creaky joints. Granted, the Cipro probably contributed too, but it's a combination effect. Anyways, that's my plan. Have a good night,